everyone. I think after such an inspired, motivated and social leader speech, I'm sure it's time for me to talk about education. I'm here representing Extramarks Education Foundation, which is a Delhi-based not-for-profit organization. In my next approximately 10 minutes presentation, I'm going to talk to you about Project Pahel, which we have initiated in Uttar Pradesh, Ghaziabad. Then it has impacted, in fact, we have a couple of interesting success stories. And then what is it in for Chhattisgarh is something I'm going to showcase. This is the philosophy behind Extramarks Education Foundation, which is Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya, which is leading the society, the children, or anyone and everyone from darkness to light. For us, darkness can be illiteracy, poverty, negligence, poor quality of education. How do we lead the society from darkness to light? Is through the light of quality education. Whatever we spoke, of course, all the senior members have already spoken, inspired with their speeches, is all about educating. Because without education, the world doesn't move forward. Without education, we cannot achieve anything in this world. So for us, with the same vision, we started achieving equity in education. For us, equity is something, when we talk about, it's not easy to achieve, but very easy to say. And we all believe in equality rather than equity. So when I say equality, we all believe in giving the same thing to everyone without thinking whether they want it or not, or whether it helps them or not. So for us, Extramarks Education has been, as an organization, has been set up in 2008 as a Section 8 non-profit with all the due diligences. And now I'm moving forward to the quick facts of quality of education in India, which I'm going to summarize in just 3 important points. Which is, as per the ASO report, of course, even with the Delhi government statistics say, the children of class 3 to 5 could not read their own class 1 textbooks, which is very unfortunate to know. At the same time, fortunate to know that there are a lot of young the first generation learners coming to the school. This may be one of the reasons. So how can we address this? At the same time, according to the UNICEF report of 2016, says that 40 to 50% of the children are the dropouts at the age group of 15 to 18 years, which is a problem which needs to be addressed. In fact, it's an immediate problem. Due to which, we know that a lot of cases, in fact, a lot of crimes, including one of the unfortunate event in the same city where I came from now, Delhi, we have Nirbhaya case, who's a minor again, who is a school dropout. For us, how we can link the education, whether it is from kindergarten till class 12 or even higher education, how can improve the status of quality of education in India? It's something we're going to talk about. And I request guests and attendees, if you can concentrate please, so that I can do better. For us, Project Pahel, which is focusing on quality education, started with an intention to focus on technology and teaching. In fact, learning and teaching can happen or can be better using technology. Hence, we introduced Extramarks Education Foundation as a pilot in a couple of schools in Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh. And I'm going to show you a few of the case studies which I'm going to talk here. As Extramarks Education Foundation, when we have seen, or we did a reality check, because we thought achieving equity in education is very easy, and sitting as discussed in a corporate office, you can go and achieve equity, but it is not real. It's very difficult, but it is possible. So what did we do here to achieve equity in education? We did a detailed ground reality check, not in the rural part, not in the remote villages, even in the main heart of Ghaziabad in Uttar Pradesh. Just imagine the situation of the schools, and I call them as magical blackboards, I call them as antique furniture, which is available right now in the schools. In fact, the school situation is like this. But when we see the school or understand the history of the school, it is 96 years young school. That means the school is being badly neglected by the district administration or the school or the government or even the local community. then what is that we can do, how we can improve the quality of education in such kind of a school. We did a lot of video diaries. This is one of that.
मेरे परसेंट 91.4 आई थी। मेरे 7 बहन 5 भाई हैं। मेरे कमरे में लाइट होनी चाहिए और एक और हेडपम्प होनी चाहिए, शौचालय 2 हैं और ब्लैक बोर्ड में पीछे एक तरफ पे ब्लैक बोर्ड आ गया।
So just imagine the situation of a student who is such a bright child. I don't think I can get more than 70% if I go back to the school again. I don't even know whether I can even achieve the 70%. But the children who are such a bright, smart, intelligent, with such a family difficulties, and she said, "Saat bhai, panch behan." I'm surprised because when I went from Hyderabad and Delhi, I could not imagine there would be a family like that. It's very unfortunate, but there is a bright child in every home, and there is smartness in every child. How can we identify that? This is what Project Pahal has been doing. So we did take that school, we adopted that school. That is the first Pahal school in Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, which was like this. Like, I would say literally in a bad shape. We converted that like this. This is our first Pahal project in Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh. Proud to say that the school is now no more a school, it's like a temple now. And I would invite everyone who is in Delhi can visit the school. What did we do to achieve this? We did everything, whatever is required. We never thought we have to get involved into all these things, but we have done it because when we do it, we have to do it from our heart and do everything, whatever is required. So after all that, now the school is like this. The classroom is like this. And the result, 100% result came for the first time in the history of 97 years of that school in Ghaziabad. No child from class 12 failed in this school for the past. This is the first time in the 96th year it has happened. So we say that children and teachers and the principals, the parents, everyone has helped us to achieve this. We went, of course, the second Pahal success story is this. We proved that we can do something different in any government school. But how about quantity? Now we went to another school which has a quantity, which is another girls' school. Perhaps India's top 3 girls' school and the only school in Uttar Pradesh which has 5,200 girls studying. Just imagine, one school has 5,200 girls. On an average, a government school has 500 students in strength. But this has 5,200 girls. What did we do here? Here, 4,400 children were studying, girls were studying when we adopted the school from class 6 to 12. They were sitting in 42 classrooms. And now, when we calculate the average, per classroom they have 100 plus students. 100 plus students sitting in a classroom. Just imagine the difficulty. Teacher has to literally shout. But still, I don't think student can see the blackboard. What did we do here? We put technology. We trained all the teachers. We put Pahal coordinators. Project Pahal also employs, or I would say, gives an opportunity for the army veterans, or their dependents, or the widows. This is the first of its kind, a project in India, where the Pahal coordinator, we have recruited from Army Welfare Placement Organization. She has put her heart, blood and sweat in this entire project. Again, this school has got 100% result for the first time, class 12. This is the Pahal's success. And what else we did do? This is a small video which has been telecasted in almost every news channel. She has been interviewed by every newspaper in Ghaziabad. This girl, Aishwarya, became the district topper in Ghaziabad.
गाजियाबाद जिले में 12वीं की टॉपर ऐश्वर्या ने अपनी लगन और मेहनत से वो मुकाम हासिल किया जो आसान नहीं था।
मैं एक एरोस्पेस इंजीनियर बनना चाहती हूँ। एरोस्पेस इन द फील्ड ऑफ आई वांट टू गो इन द फील्ड ऑफ स्पेस एंड साइंस। सो आइदर आई विल डू एरोस्पेस और एरोनॉटिकल। सो पेरेंट्स के साथ मुझे देश के लिए भी कुछ करना है।
गाजियाबाद के इस सरकारी स्कूल में पढ़ाई लिखाई का माहौल बदला। Extramarks.
I don't advertise too much on that. Yes, Extramarks Education Foundation has not done anything great here. It is the child who is such a bright child. We just helped her to ignite her mind, and she became the district topper for the first time from that school in Ghaziabad. And now going on, she has been felicitated by the UPCM, Mr. Yogi Adityanath ji as well. And now, moving on, Project Pahal. First time we have created another historical project in Rajasthan that became the first government girls' school with 100% digital classrooms, with an army veteran teaching in the school as a Pahal coordinator. These are the interests in Sardar Shahar in Churu district, Rajasthan. Then that is with our partner called HFCL, Himachal Futuristic Corporation Limited, under their CSR. We went to touch the lives of the children even after school hours, even that is at home. Why can't we give the quality of education, the same quality content, even in the hands of a child? That's how the girl who said, I'm a 94.1 percentile student of class 9, we have gifted a tablet. Now, that will help a child to study anytime, anywhere, without internet. So this is another Pahal success. And for the first time in the country, this is a Hindi medium tablet which has the entire NCERT content, which every class, chapter, subject is mapped. So this is made exclusive for this girl, and now it is helping us across the country. Now moving up, we went to Rajasthan again, working with the Maharaja of Jodhpur. They adopted 29 girls from the poorest background. Half of them doesn't have either mother or father. So these children are also gifted the power of digital education, where they are from 3 different schools. Depending on their IQs, they are admitted in CBSE, state board, and different schools. We are helping them. This is a pilot. I don't say that we have achieved great, but it is still on the testing. Again, with the HP India, we are the knowledge partners for their CSR project called World on Wheels, where the bus has a classroom and the school is the bus. This is first of its kind, and we are the knowledge partners. I'm just finishing 2 minutes. Then we reached out to from Rajasthan, UP and other states. We went to Jammu and Kashmir, perhaps India's first project again in the border villages of Jammu and Kashmir with the Indian Army, where when we approached, the way how the dignitaries spoke about CSR, we are ashamed to ask funds. We don't know how things will work there. We did a pilot, which has been a big hit, because we realized that the power of technology has to reach to every child, and that has been proved in Jammu and Kashmir, in the Poonch, which is the border of India. You can see the Pakistan border just like that. There, shellings, bombing, everything has happened in the same school once upon a time. And now, that school has got the power of digital learning, again 100% result, but not just because of the help of Indian Army. Then, we have got a PAR grid with us as a CSR partner. First project we have done in 5 schools with the help of Indian Army, and the Army Chief himself came, and let us hear him once.
जम्मू कश्मीर में आर्मी गुडविल स्कूल चला रहे हैं। उन्हीं स्कूल में से एक आर्मी गुडविल पब्लिक स्कूल ये पहलगाम में भी है। हमारी कोशिश यही रहती है कि यहाँ के जो बच्चे जो इन स्कूलों में तालीम हासिल कर रहे हैं, उनको सही तरीके की तालीम हासिल हो, उनके एजुकेशन स्टैंडर्ड्स बढ़ते रहें। नॉलेज और एजुकेशन जो आज की ज़रूरत है, उसमें टेक्नोलॉजी इन्फ्यूज़ की जाए। तो इसी मकसद से आज हम लोग ने पावर ग्रिड कॉरपोरेशन और एक्स्ट्रा मार्क्स एजुकेशन फाउंडेशन जो है, इनसे मदद लेकर यहाँ पे डिजिटल एजुकेशन।
So why to show this is that if we decide we can go and help in any corner of the country, provided quality education should be the right or the birthright of every child. To conclude this, what is that or why is that we are presenting Project Pahal here? One, when we understand Project Pahal is right now adopted 75 schools in Madhya Pradesh. Right now we are in the implementation stage. However, now moving on Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh, yes, this is my first visit to Raipur or my first visit to Chhattisgarh. When we see Chhattisgarh as a state, the rice bowl of India, the Indian Niagara Falls, 50% tribal population and the first in coal production in the country. At the same time, when we see ranked 20th among the literacy rate. Literacy, education, quality education should be the basic right of every child, every citizen in this country. Now, the government identified few districts, but I don't know how far that all of you as experts should say that. But we have analyzed and we wanted to show it to you that these are the 10 aspirational districts proposed by the government with Niti Aayog, and also all the district magistrates, DMs, are trying to improve these districts. We are happy to adopt few of the schools, and we want to start our work in Chhattisgarh. In these districts, 18,631 schools are there, and 60,952 children are there. Sorry, teachers are teaching to approximately 2 lakh plus students. What do we want to propose? We wanted to adopt few schools, and this is my purpose of the visit here, my purpose of presentation. Unless until we don't promote digital education, Digital India still remains as a campaign. And without technology, we don't even know what is happening. This forum I came to know only through the help of technology. That's the proof. And unless until we don't provide education, Swachh Bharat, Make in India, Skill India will become as a mission. So we wish to contribute in all the aspects. And with this, I would like to conclude. Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Hussain and the entire team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Reddy. Thank you for sharing with us Extramarks reports. And now I invite Mr. Kaushik Sinha, VP and Head of CSR, Magma Finca. Sir, please. Yeah.